So women's mixed martial arts action ahead in the amateur flyweight division. We have Samantha Taylor fighting out of Gods of War, taking on Molly McCann from Ippon Gym.
It's an amateur flyweight contest fought over 3-minute rounds and is sponsored by Meditex.co.uk. And in the blue corner, she hails from Reading. She stands in a 5'6" and weighs in 125 pounds. She is fighting in the Gods of War, and this is her debut in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Samantha Taylor!
So here is Samantha Taylor of Reading. She's 24 years of age and is representing the Gods of War. This is her debut in the cage. So despite starting MMA just 1 year ago, Taylor was a Taekwondo practitioner as a teenager, in which she became a national champion. She's also dabbled in some Muay Thai in Thailand, which encouraged her to seek out the Gods of War gym. So this might be her first amateur fight, but she would like to have many more, and her dedication to training would suggest that as she puts in over five visits a week to the gym. Furthermore, she's noticed her training has been altered by her coaches recently and tuned into fight preparation rather than just doing classes. There's some really good guys to learn from at the Gods of War. We have Phil Else, the shock and awe vet, down there as the head coach. So she's going to be well schooled in a lot of things, including those wrestling exchanges.
Yeah, as you mentioned, coming out of the Gods of War gym, Phil Else, excellent fighter. And yeah, with female MMA, it's really booming at the moment. Obviously, with Cage Warriors signing multiple women about 6 months ago. So.
Please welcome her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She hails from Liverpool. She stands at a 5'5" and weighs in at 125 pounds. She is fighting out of Ippon MMA, and this is her debut in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Molly the Machine McCann!
So here is Meatball Molly McCann from Liverpool representing Ippon MMA. This is her debut. And despite that, she has a very decent background as an amateur boxer where she clocked up 10 wins in 10 outings, winning the national ABAs. Aside from that, competition has always been in McCann's life, and before 2009 she was a footballer for Liverpool SC. And all of this competitive experience will go some way to helping her manage her nervous energy approaching the cage. But more than that, it would have created a discipline in her training and fueled that desire to be the very best at whatever she does.
Yeah, certainly, and by the looks of the background, we could be looking at the old classic striker versus grappler here. I mean, you'd expect with that boxing background to be looking to exchange their hands. We mentioned her opponent coming out of Gods of War, who've got an excellent wrestling background, so this one could be a really interesting clash of styles, John.
She's wanting to go out today and make her family and friends proud, whilst also proving the abilities of Ippon mini beasts, fronted by shock and awe vet Joe Lawrence.
This fight is sponsored by Meditex.co.uk.
So look out for the striking of both of these fighters. Molly with the boxing, Samantha with the taekwondo. David Swan is the referee. This is an amateur flyweight contest, women's mixed martial arts, scheduled for three-minute rounds. We have Samantha Taylor in the white and black, Molly McCann in the multicoloured shorts. Really great left hook. She said look out for the left hook and Superman punch, and she's got them off in the opening exchanges.
Wow, some fast hands there, John.
McCann bringing the fire. She said that she's more of a counter puncher and was looking to be a bit more patient this evening and establish a range. However, she certainly threw that plan aside.
I'll tell you what, John, credit to Samantha Taylor, because that is a furious start to your career, and she wasn't phased, and she's landed a couple herself as well, John. And I mean, you know the sport's for you when you take that, you know, take those initial punches and keep coming forward.
Well, she's switching up her stances really nicely, but she's taken
beautiful left hook.
3 shots there and a massive right hand to lead through. Nice bit of judo. Trying to stay in control, but Taylor did bounce up quite nicely as well. Really good level, technical abilities in all ranges from both of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, just a testament to how much the women's game's moving on, John. Really is.
Well, don't blink for this one.
I like to see Taylor start using the legs. She's got a bit of reach, John, and, you know, coming from the boxing background, might not be used to the low kicks. She's been all punches so far, McCann.
Yeah, well, Taekwondo practitioners typically use a lot of legs. We haven't seen that just yet. We've actually seen Taylor using the strikes to try and set up a more Gods of War approach to a fight.
Yeah.
However, McCann is just ferocious with her striking assaults. Good movement that she would have learned from boxing, that footwork. Very nice indeed from McCann.
Taylor's got a great chin, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Formidable conditioning there from the lady from Reading. Good wrestling basics there from McCann, and finds an opening to land a knee as well. Well, these guys are really showing that they're a lot more than just debutant fighters for my liking. Very good support here for McCann. Taylor spoke very highly of representing her coaches and her teammates from Gods of War.
I tell you what, John, regardless of the result, she would have already made them proud. She's taken some huge shots in this round and just carried on forward.
Well, she had some success with a couple of shots there. I thought she might try.
Now gets the takedown.
Right on the buzzer as well. A good way to score a final point and put an exclamation mark on a round. However, the opening exchanges there from Molly McCann, we have to say, despite Samantha Taylor's resilience, Molly McCann, she really brought it.
Yeah, she certainly did. And Taylor, to her credit, John, she did land on the feet as well. But McCann's work, slightly more solid. You know, the more concussive shots definitely come in the way of the Ippon MMA fighter. But wow, what a fight we've got here. And, you know, we keep saying it, but the female MMA in this country has just really come on leaps and bounds. I mean, to see these guys at an amateur level coming out like this is just sensational, and a great piece of matchmaking by the Shokanor team, because, you know, someone with McCann's professional sporting background would be hard to match up, John, at an amateur level, but in Samantha Taylor, they've certainly found a decent matchup.
Well, we have a former ABA winner against a former national Taekwondo champion. So both of these guys have, you know, had success in combat, mixed martial art, bringing it all together. Two really good gyms as well, where they would have been schooling themselves in the various different arts. Jeff Lawson recently getting his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt to hang in the cupboard next to his black belt in judo as well.
McCann now looking for the takedown. Very interesting. Let's see the guard game of Taylor.
Oh, I thought she was looking for like a calf crush there as she fell back. Some really good wrestling from both of these guys, and I just didn't expect it, if I'm honest, Dave. I mean, I know that we were saying about the gyms, etc., but you create your own style as an individual.
Yeah, two very well-rounded fighters here.
Historically, it has been very difficult for women to get matched. And when they do, it's difficult to get matched at the same weight. There are often discrepancies in that because people try and take advantage of the fact that the matchups are so hard to come by. And in fact, they often try and do some matchmaking themselves. But these guys are really throwing down in here tonight. And another, well, I don't know if it's a straight right or if it's a jab, because McCann keeps switching her stance very effectively, but she's being sought out here
Is McCann
by
tiring,
Samantha Taylor.
Is she tiring? She does a bit of a big breath there. I mean, everything McCann is throwing is with bad intentions. You know, they're all massive power shots, and it'd be interesting to see if the pace might catch up to her late on in this bout.
Well, she's been getting up early in the morning to do the road work, which you would expect from someone with a boxing background.
Right hand!
What a massive right hand over the top from distance, looping through the defences of Taylor. And she gets back to her feet, but she's eating a number of other shots here. David Swan, referee, taking a good look at the action as Taylor gets back to her feet.
Samantha Taylor, what a chin, John. Absolutely unbelievable perseverance to set up out of there. And McCann put everything into the finish. Wow, I just can't believe she's still standing.
She's looking at her corner, and this time she loops over with the left hand. Like a Superman hook shot. Nice on the back foot with an uppercut. Lovely vocabulary of punches from McCann. Taylor still must be recovering after that as she lands yet another right hand over the top.
That looping right hand has found its home time and time again for McCann, but Taylor's still there. And I mentioned the cardio issue for McCann. No way. I mean, the power was thick and fast then, and that's about as close to a stoppage as you can get. Great work, you have to say, from David Swan. Because Taylor's coming forward now, John.
This is absolutely crazy. Final seconds of this second round. And unfortunately, we're going to see a final round. I want to see more. I could watch this all day. This is a fantastic demonstration of skill and determination from both of these young ladies. I mean, to think what might each corner be saying to their respective fighters, Dave?
I mean, from Samantha Taylor's point of view in the Gods of War, I mean, they've got to find a way of negating that overhand because it's found its place one too many times in that round. And I mean, they're really going to have to, whether it's lateral movement or just shooting in. She got the takedown late on in the first, so she's going to have to get the action to the floor. I mean, they're going to know Taylor's 2 rounds down, so she's going to have to look for the finish and maybe the grappling exchange. From Ippon MMA's point of view, I mean, it's hard what to say to McCann. She did everything but get the stoppage then. I mean, she dropped her, swarmed all over her. I mean, I guess the only advice would perhaps be to take your time and, you know, don't punch yourself out. You're 2 rounds up and just carry on doing what you're doing.
And enjoy it.
Yeah,
and enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. Show the world what you are capable of and continue to apply those same methods. I think that's a really good assessment, Dave. And this really has got the crowd fired up as Taylor uses those strikes to close the distance. I think is a very good strategy. But McCann has such good footwork. We really need to respect the boxing work of McCann. She plants her feet very well. She's good movement.
Nice head kick from Taylor. Just luckily just caught the foot, did McCann, because if the shin was behind it, that could have changed the course of this one.
Taylor nice and tight with her defences. But with these smaller gloves, stuff gets through. And when they're thrown with the ferocity that Molly McCann is using, it's going to penetrate those defences for sure.
It's interesting that McCann mentioned she was a more of a counter-puncher, because her best work, I think, has been when she's took the initiative in this one. Because when she's going back like now, Taylor's having her best moments for me.
Yeah, another trip, perhaps a hip throw from McCann, but nice. Well, I was going to say that was nice work from Taylor. She needed to get a bit more square, but McCann stepped across that base and managed to get this down to the mat.
Looking to take the back.
She's going to fall off though if she doesn't get if she doesn't get that secured. Let's see what Taylor's got from this position. McCann doing well to keep those hips at bay, create some space to get back to her feet.
Looking for a choke, John. Credit to McCann, getting back to her feet.
She could potentially jump to the back if she wanted it, however, chooses to go back to the centre of the cage. These guys have really ignited the Portsmouth crowd here tonight. Sent out here at the Mountbatten, and everyone's enjoying this encounter. Good turnover there from McCann, using that grip to lever Taylor out of that position. Steps off and is now targeting the chin of Taylor. Less power from both of these competitors now. They've gone at it hard for 3 rounds. We're now in the last 10 seconds of this battle, of this complete war. As we see the grimace on McCann's face as she tries to avoid being taken down in the final moments. But Taylor does in fact land a successful takedown. And what a beautiful show of sportsmanship between these two. It was a fantastic display of mixed martial arts. This was so much better than 2 debutants, Dave.
Yeah, astonishing for amateur debut. Absolutely sensational performance from Molly McCann, and take nothing away from Samantha Taylor. I mean, John, you could easily say to keep an eye on both these girls, because a lot of people would have come in the debut, and I think these girls would sweep through them. It was excellent matchmaking from 2 great prospects.
The future is definitely bright for both of these combatants. Really great stuff. It's going to be a nail-biting few moments to see which way the judges have scored this. That 3rd round was very open indeed. And when as you were saying, Dave, as I was perhaps getting a bit taken away by the extreme power of Meatball McCann's boxing, you know, Taylor was getting her shots off very nicely indeed as well. And that was effective striking, and that is what's being scored here.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the official decision, give both these ladies a huge round of applause. And after 3 rounds of action, we've had to go to the judges' scorecard. For your winner by unanimous decision, in the red corner, Molly the Machine McCann.
So the
Give
nod,
up for your runner-up, Samantha Taylor.
the nod goes in the direction of Meatball Molly McCann from Liverpool. She's made herself, her family and her gym very proud indeed. And exactly the same can be said for Samantha Taylor of Gods of War. What a fantastic display by these guys. I'm very excited to see them in their next outings.